And if you are single and hoping to encounter new lovers, Aftercare is a way to set you apart from the rest of the crowd. I actually do a deep dive into Aftercare techniques in my course, Legendary Lover, but if you haven't signed up for that yet, I'm gonna give you a little taste of it here. So without further ado, my 5 tips for expert Aftercare. Tip number 1, take your time. Aftercare begins as soon as sex is done, and my first tip is to ease out of the sexual experience at a slow pace. The first few moments of aftercare are perhaps the most important because that's the transitional time between sex and what's happening afterward, between sex and the rest of your life. If the sex that you're having ended with an orgasm for either partner, take a moment to savor that experience with your partner. I have seen and heard from so many men and women that they have an orgasm and they just immediately get up, jump off the table, jump off the bed, and go grab the towel. Okay, I get it. The towel is needed, but can we take a moment, an eye contact, even just a breath before you transition away is so important. That space in between is so vital for helping us come back down together. And if you really want a pro move, instead of breaking away from that person and abruptly interrupting the experience, put the towel or the tissue or whatever next to the bed before you even start having sex. I mean, come on people, we're not new to this, right? You're subscribed to this channel. You're having enough familiarity with sex to know that you're gonna need a towel, so plan just that much ahead. The point is to be present with your partner. It actually helps you to remain connected, it helps you to soak in that post-sex glow, and it offers you an opportunity to just savor and deepen a moment. And we all know that post-sex glow moment is a thing to be savored. Tip 2, talk things through. Aftercare is a great time to process the experience that you just shared and all the things that were great about it. Take this opportunity to tell your partner what you enjoyed most about the sex that you just had. Like you liked it when she touched your balls, or you tickled her perineum, or the way that your nipples got involved, or the way that you pulled her hair, whatever it is for y'all. Talk about what was great about that. And that's the question that I got from my mentor, Jaya, that I think is so vital for great aftercare. And the conversation does not have to be critical. It's not a good time to say, hey, I wish you did this better or different. It's the perfect time to say, what was great about that was. What I loved about that was. And then you can say, what I'd like to incorporate next time is, wow, I really loved the way that you pulled my hair. Next time, I want to try pulling it even harder. Aftercare is the time to talk about what really worked. If you do have feedback or criticism that you need to give, make sure that you do it after your aftercare. Make sure that you bring it up at a time where your partner is able to hear that sort of criticism. My recommendation is that you do it as a compliment sandwich. What I really loved about that, what you could do better next time, and what I really loved about that. It's like the sandwich is like the compliments are the crust, the bread of the sandwich, and then the criticism is like the filler. You get. Tip number 3, let your blueprint guide you. Knowing you and your partner's erotic blueprints is such an amazing tool for taking sex to the next level, and that is true when it comes to aftercare as well. If you don't know what your erotic blueprints are, I did an entire video series on them, and I highly recommend that you go check that out once you're done here. But basically, your erotic blueprint, created by my mentor Jaya, tells you what kind of sex and affection turns you on, your sort of roadmap to eroticism. And it also will help you to create your ideal sexual experience, both for yourself and for your partner. The erotic blueprints are energetic, sensual, sexual, and kinky. And of course, you can be all of them, aka the shapeshifter. Knowing your partner's erotic blueprint tells you what kind of aftercare is most effective for them. If they're sensual, they may want a firm grounding touch. They may want gentle kisses along their back. They may want you to run your fingers through their hair or on their fuzz. People who are energetic may be looking for an emotional, energetic connection, a spiritual connection, eye gazing, deep breathing, feeling the energy that's been created between the two of you. Those who are kinky may want to be told that they're a good little girl. And people with a sexual blueprint may just want straight up cuddling and maybe a little ass grabbing. The point is that we all want different things, and nothing is wrong with what we want. The key to great aftercare is figuring out what makes you and your partner the most satisfied and connected, and of course, meeting each other in each other's blueprints is vital. Tip number 4, consider your love language. Another great tool for expert aftercare is understanding your love languages and bringing those into the mix. If you want more on this, check out the book, The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. And yes, it is not a perfect book or perfect system, but let's just use it as a guide here anyways. The key is to find a way to reconnect and ground each other after sex in each other's love languages. So if your partner has a love language of physical touch, make sure you're getting cuddling and caressing. If their love language is words of affirmation, then use those words to affirm. Again, what was awesome about that? How hot you looked, what amazing lover you are. If your lover's love language is acts of service, grab them a cold glass of water and maybe a warm towel. Pour a glass of wine, offer a massage. And maybe their love language is quality time. So make sure that they know that you're not in a rush. Maybe you suggest a cute activity that you can do together. You can build a pillow for it or just spend some time. Let them know that they can take all the time in the world in order to relax with you. Knowing how your partner likes to receive affection will tell you exactly how to give them aftercare. And like anything, it's a recipe. So maybe you know that your partner is sensual and acts of service. Combine those two things together to deliver aftercare. It does not have to be complicated. It can be really straightforward. And of course, it's always great to ask them what they want and experiment with the different erotic blueprints and the different love languages, getting feedback, talking about it as you go, and making sure that you are always changing it up just a little bit and constantly improving. And then finally, tip number 5, do a sexy callback. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that it's never ever too early to start foreplay. In fact, I would say foreplay starts right after aftercare. So why not extend the aftercare experience into the foreplay experience by keeping it rolling throughout the week? Maybe there was something particularly hot about the sex that you shared. Remind them. Bring back that experience. Do you remember? Oh, I was just thinking about, hey, I just had a sexy thought. You can use that in order to begin to build excitement. And on the other hand, maybe your partner had a difficult thing come up or something that they need processing around related to the sex that you had. If that's the case, then make sure to touch base with them about how they're doing, how they're processing, especially if your partner has experienced some degree of trauma or something really big came up for them. Aftercare includes just checking in with them later that day, the next day, the day after, and saying, hey, how are you doing? I'm thinking about you. That makes them feel even safer with you and know that you are a safe space for them to continue to explore sexually and to continue to create a deeper connection between the two of you. Aftercare. It is the key to creating a safe space to explore and push the envelope during sex. And if that's something that you want, if you want to continue to expand your erotic prowess, try new things, enjoy sex even more, take a deep dive into aftercare. It is the way that professionals, BDSM people, kinky people, the people who are really experts at going out further and further and further into their sexual experience do it. And therefore, I highly recommend it to you. And if you want my deep dive into aftercare, check out my course, Legendary Lover, and make sure that you are subscribed right here on YouTube. Thank you so much. I'm Caitlin B. I'll see you here next week.